We saw friends and loved ones grieving Sunday morning after Palm Bay police say 3 family members were shot to death at the Woodlake Village apartments late Saturday.
I'm just shocked that it happened right in front of my door.
Police say through interviews they tracked down the suspect, 26-year-old Tashawn Taylor, who they say left the apartment.
There was probably 15, 20 cop cars that were here, a bunch of ambulances.
Investigators carried out evidence from the apartment and loaded it into this crime scene van. And as we saw police detectives working this scene Sunday morning, hours after it all happened, we also saw what appeared to be this back sliding door now boarded up, covered with plywood. We see the plywood up now, but what was there before?
There was a bullet hole, and so the glass was shattered.
Yes, Diana. Yes, I.
Here,
cool.
pull it to the front. Pull it here to the side.
This is diamond, girl, just like you. And you're worth every penny of it. And the price was $1,299. Period. I want to get mad. Where you living?
No.
Eh?
No.
Oh, what?
Yes,
Dance. Hey, hey, hey.
Dance. Come on, do it. See what he doing.
In Palm Bay, Florida on January 20th, 2024, a close-knit family would be struck with tragedy when multiple family members were horrifically gunned down by another family member. The 26-year-old man Palm Bay police said committed the crime was not just out to cause harm to the family, but suffered for years from mental health issues, particularly schizophrenia. However, there is no reason on that day why he decided to execute his family, but it was said that he had been off his medication for a few months, and the family tried desperately to get him the help he needed to get back on the right path. 26-year-old Tashawn Taylor was his mother's baby boy. He was the apple of her eye, and the family affectionately called him Tay-Tay. And though he suffered from mental health issues, he had a strong support system around him who loved him dearly. His mother, 60-year-old Angela Suglum, was originally from Jamaica, but had lived in Florida for many years. Angela is the proud mother of not only Tashawn, but also to 3 adult daughters and another adult son. She also was a grandmother and great-grandmother who gushed over them on social media all the time. Angela was a retired nurse who was said to be the life of the party. Sadly, on June 23, 2011, Angela's firstborn, Monica, lost her life at the age of 30, leaving behind 5 kids that Angela took up under her wings and the whole family gave extra love and support to. Angela's youngest daughter, 31-year-old Lisa Suglum, would take after her by working in nursing and was a devoted mother of 2 children, a 10-year-old daughter and a 13-year-old son. Lisa was also hands-on with helping with the care of her younger brother Tashawn and was full of love and joy. The head of the family was 80-year-old Stephen Suglum, who was affectionately known as Gramps. He was Angela's father and was said to be loving and kind to all who knew him, especially to his grandchildren and children. Angela, in recent months, was said to have tried to get Tashawn the best help through the court system, but sadly this was to no avail, and Tashawn was sent back home with his mother. So it seems that she might have wanted to get him admitted to a facility to get the best care. Tashawn was still living in the home with his mother, and in January 2024, he allegedly took a gun and started shooting in the home, unaliving multiple family members and injuring others. According to the police report, Palm Bay police were called about 9 p.m. Saturday, January 20th to the Woodlake Village apartments off of Palm Bay Road to respond to a 911 call from neighbors reporting the sounds of gunfire. Officers found 5 people shot, including 3 fatally wounded, in 2 rooms of the apartment where the shooting took place. Several people lived in the apartment located in the 2700 block off of the 462 unit complex, family members said. Officers then searched for the suspected gunman who also lived there, calling in assistance from the Melbourne police. The suspect was taken into custody in Melbourne, and a black Lexus, which belonged to his mother, was placed atop a tow truck outside of the complex less than 2 miles away in South Melbourne. It is not known if the gun was recovered, though, at the time. Palm Bay detectives said Tashawn had earlier walked from his bedroom with a laser scope handgun into the bedroom where his mother, Angela, was lying in bed, one of the witnesses told officers. In the bed with Angela were two of her grandchildren, reports show. Angela saw the weapon and said, "Tashawn, don't do it." He shot her in the head. Tashawn then fired several more rounds, striking his sister Lisa in the head, who then fell on top of one of the victims who survived the shooting. The victim told officers that he pretended to be deceased while Tashawn walked around the apartment, reports show. The witness then heard someone yell, "What's going on?" before 2 shots were fired, following a door slamming. It is believed before Tashawn went out the door, he also shot his 15-year-old nephew, who was Monica, the sister who lost her life in 2011, youngest son, plus his grandfather, and another 59-year-old family member, Gary Taylor. It is when other residents fled from the apartment to get help from a neighbor pounding on doors, the report would show. One child hid under a bed during the incident, the report also showed as well. Tashawn then left the apartment, getting into his mother's black Lexus and driving towards Melbourne.
Palm Bay police say a shooting at this apartment complex on Saturday night claimed the lives of 79-year-old Stephen Suglum, 60-year-old Angela Suglum, and 31-year-old Lisa Suglum. It also left another man injured and a 15-year-old in critical condition. Police say it happened around 9:30 p.m. When they arrived at the apartment, they say Angela, Stephen, and Lisa were already dead. Officers spoke to police there, and that's how they say they were able to identify the suspect as 26-year-old Tashawn Taylor.
All 3 of the relatives who were unalive were shot in the head, police would say. Tashawn was arrested by the Melbourne police about an hour after the shooting and went before Beverett County Judge Judy Atkins on Monday, January 22nd for a first appearance on 3 counts of first-degree premeditated unaliving. He was assigned a public defender during the hearing. Tashawn was in handcuffs and a suit designed to prevent self-harm when he appeared in court before the judge. At times, it was said that Tashawn appeared confused as the judge asked him about questions about having an attorney to represent him on the charges. Tashawn would say, "What is an attorney?" and he mumbled that at one point, standing behind the glass partition. "You need a lawyer, sir. This is an unaliving charge. It's very important that you have an attorney to help you," the judge would say. "I truly must have an answer to that question. It's okay, I guess," Tashawn told the judge, as the public defender stood next to him. The judge ordered Tashawn held in jail without bond on the charges and appointed that public defender as his legal representative. Tashawn's father and other family members told the news outlets that Tashawn's mother had sought treatment for her son for several years after the diagnosis of schizophrenia, a mental illness often accompanied by paranoia and delusion. The family said they didn't know what might have led to the shooting. Most people with mental health issues are not violent, health experts pointed out. Police identified the shooting victims as 60-year-old Angela, Tashawn's mother, his grandfather, 80-year-old Stephen, and 31-year-old Lisa, Tashawn's sister. Police said his 15-year-old nephew was also shot. He is currently in the hospital in critical condition. And also shot was 59-year-old Gary Taylor. Gary's Taylor relationship to the family was not immediately known. Tashawn's father, George, said he last saw his son 2 years ago while his son was in a facility being treated. He went on to say, "This is such a tragedy, but I know he is not in his right mind." A search of Tashawn's background would show that he was arrested for stealing a toaster from Walmart in 2021 and was charged with resisting arrest as well, according to the West Melbourne police records. A judge later ruled in August 2021 that Tashawn was incompetent and could not go forward in trial, the court records would show. The judge, however, followed recommendations from the state attorney's office that Tashawn continue being observed by Circles of Care, a mental health facility in Melbourne, records would show. The tragedy left everyone in shock, and authorities are even saying that it was premeditated. But how could that be if he had schizophrenia? I do not personally think it was premeditated, and only a professional mental health expert can tell what Tashawn may have been thinking. This is all around sad and heartbreaking that this family is dealing with so much at one time. Now there are some GoFundMe accounts as well set up by different people for the family. One, a close friend of Monica's oldest daughter who got the permission to set up an account, and a cousin who set up another account. However, Miss Angela's kids themselves said they did not set up any GoFundMe and didn't authorize any accounts. So do with that as you may. So I will not link them directly in the video in case they're not valid, but if you want to still give in case they are valid, I will put the links in the description box below. There were 5 people shot and 3 people passed away, so there are many families affected and others may very well need the help. My thoughts and prayers are with the families in this horrific time. My words cannot even express the pain I know that they must be going through. Don't forget to let me know your thoughts on this situation. Do you think the system failed this family by not getting him into a facility again? Let me know. Also, don't forget to comment your prayers for this family in this difficult time and hit that like button and share to keep your people aware. And as always, remember to stay woke. Things change quickly.